a mod was a trigger for me. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. this past 9 months,
oh,
God. So much.
Hey guys,
trauma in the family.
Let me see if it's going live real quick.
No, you modding somebody on YouTube is not a trigger to me. It didn't trigger me.
Oh yeah, it did.
How did they feel like becoming exactly what they were accused of by the Gaining Ground initially, and they swore that, oh, that's not true. You're an asshole for even assuming that. How did they think it was going to trigger you somehow by making that become a fact instead? Like there's no logic.
Dude, you see all the goddamn salt.
I don't understand.
Have you been watching this at all?
I've been watching. We started watching after we went off the air on Saltmon, and Billy was fucking with him.
I know the male brain.
I stopped watching long enough to go over to Atheist Veteran stream and watch a little bit of what you guys were doing, but I hopped back in.
Yeah. So real quick, they've already blocked us. So
I heard.
Yeah. So Negsy boy is pissed because of something that was said on the Devil's Lettuce. Yes, it was the Devil's Lettuce.
Yeah, that was it. I just want to go ahead. You know, I don't get a lot of opportunities, Frank, to pat myself on the back, but I called the fuck out of this, did I not?
Oh, dude, I knew it was going to happen the first time that we seen Cat Scratch Granny in the chat. Mm-hmm. Jake, I sent this to you on Twitter, so if you want to watch, come in.
Feel free. Since Negs has it in his brain that we sought you out somehow to bring you on to talk about this scenario, I guess he's not up to speed on the fact that we've been hanging out for a long time now. You've been supporting the channel. We like you, you like us, so whatever. I guess he thinks we're just using a disgruntled fan of his against him. That's interesting.
And the other thing that was levied about us was that we went after his dead kid. We never went after your dead kid. We never said anything disparaging about your dead kid.
No.
All we said was explain what happened to you, how Miss Fucking Wonderful was a cunt, and then how you also turned on everybody.
We had your back on the whole situation about what happened with your child.
And I also donated. And then this is not, they try to use this as an excuse, like saying like, I'm pulling a shanty here.
Yeah.
But I was trying to let him know, it's like, hey, dude, I had your back during this. I even gave to the GoFundMe so you can get your child headstone. Why would I just go around and just say and go around and start talking about your kid? I would never do that.
They were going to
the little fucking nut hair picker.
Oh, that's
and this is not a name. This is what she likes. She's just pretty much adding fuel to the fucking fire.
Oh, you mean the one that sounds like one of those waitresses from a fucking Kenner diner in the 80s or whatever? Come have lunch on me, hon.
Yeah, so I'll rewind this a bit. This is a long. I think this whole thing is about us and about the show that was with it.
He doesn't stream about us. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so we're not going to go through the whole thing because it's 11:13 right now. I didn't even plan it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. They blocked me.
Oh,
Jay. Oh wait. So they blocked me. And
they blocked you so they don't have to deal with the actual events that happened. You're coming in there and giving too many facts, Frank. And when you do that, they have to turn everything you say into something negative. And if they do that eventually, if they do it too much, eventually some people in the chat are going to recognize that. So that's why they had to block you. Spoilers for anyone who didn't know.
Like, this is Lodge Frank is the kind of guy to lock you in a room with, because I am really sorry about that. Atheist Veteran, yes, I was on, and I feel like a total dick, like I really do. Like this whole next thing started happening, and I was also late. And I know you said it was okay, man, but dude, I feel such like a dick because I was sitting there fucking arguing with fucking Negs in the chat. While I'm supposed to be on the show, I am real sorry, but guys, make sure check out Atheist Veteran. Me, Tar, and Jake were on there. It was a fun time while I wasn't fucking with Next. So it was me that had the comment that got us. Oh, what'd you say? I didn't even see. I see there was 2 geek rooms in there. Damn it. So he don't know who the fuck he was talking to. So and yeah, so it was just a weird thing. Like what we did was, again, we talked about what happened to him, and we also empathized when it was like, hey, this is fucked up. What Miss Fucker Wonderful did was fucked up. But you don't be shitty to your friends. I've had fucked up things happen in my life, but I'm never shitty to anybody.
And we didn't bring up something that wasn't previously public information before.
Yes.
And I can tell you that because none of us really know any kind of behind the scenes information about as far as like Frank or I go. So everything that was discussed had already been discussed on your channel, whether you were made to or felt like you were made to in some shape, way, form, or fashion. And we had nothing negative or disparaging to say about you in that situation or your child, obviously, because we're not the asshole, just pieces of shit you paint us to be. We're not. And we're not. Like, once again, I find myself back at square one. Are you stupid? Or are you just intentionally twisting everything that is said to you to try to make us the bad guys?
He is twisting every goddamn thing.
That's what it is. Can I get like 30 seconds or less?
Go for it.
Go for it, man.
So, Twitter shit and little talking shit happens, but this is why I went into Neg's Discord, and Negs, if you're listening, I said, I'm disappointed in you. I didn't say you're a worthless fucking piece of shit. I said, I'm disappointed in you because you went after people who have always been super nice to you. Pretty sure used to sponsor your show. And I couldn't understand if it was for drama but you played this moral high ground. Like Frank did this horrible, awful thing while also admitting that you shared DMs that have made you laugh. And that's what happened. Your buddy spazzed out and it made people laugh. Get over it. You also admitted to doxing in that same stream. Get off your fucking moral high ground, buddy. Now you're going to talk tonight about taking personal shit. Everybody on this fucking panel last night and everybody in the chat fucking were saying how horrible it was because I decided to tell the story from what I know of Negs because people are asking more about you. You fucking started this fight. And I told you, you're going after people who have always been fucking cool to you. I don't know if you thought that means they're going to continue to be cool to you, but you called my friends pedophiles and said they associate with fucking pedophiles. So you want to talk about personal? Fuck off. Fuck off, Negs.
Compare the two situations together.
I'm not going to talk about Negs anymore. Thank you guys for having me on.
Oh, no problem, man.
Look, I do not.
I'm not going to bounce.
He...
I'm just like, it just pisses me off because you guys are good guys and have always been good to him. And he started this fucking shit, and now he doesn't want what's coming back to him. Grow the fuck up.
You bring up a good point, though. Compare the scenarios here. And also want you to compare the reactions. Neg says what he says, implicating us as either pedophiles or pedophile enablers, right? We say the tragic event that happened to him and the deplorable actions that happened as a result of that were those things. They were awful. Negs, we laughed at what you said because it was utterly fucking ridiculous. That fucking slanderous shit you said, we laughed about that, all right? On the other hand, we have your back about a situation that happened, and you feel it necessary to brand us as the bad guys. That's what's fucking happening.
As the
you want to talk about people
trying
clutching
to say
pearls
we're all
and
dragging
shit?
his son. Nobody's dragging your son. We all
at
wish
all
that on anyone, dude. Get the fuck over yourself and stop spinning that narrative because that's bullshit.
Right. You want to talk about pearl clutching. Dude, you are playing the victim so hard right now. Incredibly hard. For someone who goes around and makes videos about people playing the victim card and tweets about it, I've never seen anyone play it quite as hard as you are in this situation right now. Once again, I have to, dude, seriously, invest in mirrors. Like, pay attention to the things you say. Play back your streams. You're the biggest goddamn hypocrite that I've ever encountered on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Like, I was trying to point that in chat. I was ignoring everybody fucking on the, everybody else in the fucking chat. I didn't give two shits about those guys. I was trying to sit there and talk to Negs. and said, "Look, next, I mean, like play the fucking clip. Like you can see like what we were talking about. I mean, it's in this drag.
Well, that he's not going to do that
No,
because that will
that's the
destroy
problem.
his entire narrative.
He likes to spin narratives, not show video clips, which is what you guys do. And
Someone was actually
the kids
trying
call
to-
them receipts.
Someone was trying to get to us that way a while ago. One of his buddies. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
I
real
also
quick.
didn't come on the first night after everything went down and you picked the fight, Negs, because
Exactly.
I've known you for this long and I knew you were going to get fucking trounced on and I didn't want to be part of it because I didn't know how this was all going to play out until you fucking doubled down and called my friends pedophiles or pedophile enablers. Don't talk about getting personal when you call people who have children pedophiles or pedophile enablers. That's fucked up. And I don't care if that's like the right-wing thing to do now, that you fucking call anybody who doesn't fucking win your election pedophiles or pedophile enablers, but that shit's way over the fucking line. Way over the line.
All right, so this is when I first like started. Someone like this searching for lies is you're gross. Just order to stop being salty. I'm actually disgusted by your comments on the stream. I was like, which comments? I didn't know what the fuck she's talking about. We say a lot of shit. The one where you talk about next son, then it segue into laughing at him. I was like, when the fuck did we do that?
We did not.
No, we
Anyone is free.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Real quick. Anyone is free to go watch the video, not the one we just got finished doing, but the one previous, The Devil's Lettuce. Anyone's free to go watch it. It's not been removed, altered, edited in any way. Go check it out. It has the entire conversation in question. And you will see that what we're saying here is exactly what went down on that stream. And that this motherfucker is just trying to play the victim card after making fun of people for doing that.
Don't pick fights with people who are smarter than you, who are funnier than you, and regularly hang out with a group of hilarious people that are going to fucking trounce on you for making yourself look like an idiot. And I'd also like to apologize for getting salty. I like to come on here and we all have jokes and fun. And it's like the highlight of my weekend. We don't need this kid fucking bringing people down, taking that fucking low of a road. When you got nothing else but fucking conjecture, you know, show that video where people said that, where anybody said anything about pedophile enabling or anywhere where we dragged your son. Fuck that.
They go on to say,
get some professional
I'm not mad
counseling.
about it. Yeah. Nail Clip says, don't let yourself get mad over this. The shit that then they went, I'm not mad. I think it's low, but I'm not mad.
We need to prove the point though.
Yeah.
And I really want to hammer these instances home when they happen.
Yeah. And the fucked up thing is they keep going on because they were simping for Shani. Like Peanut was simping real fucking hard. She was like, you guys are picking on a mentally ill woman day after day after day after day about her saying the N-word. And I was like, so no one's supposed to call her out on it? You know what you get? You get Miss Fucker Wonderful again.
Exactly.
What have we said on the show time after time after time after time? It is your mental illness is no excuse for some of the things
Exactly.
that you do.
Yeah.
Especially when you hit a certain level of just debauchery, just a total piece of shit like she has. Anything that she has or doesn't have, because a lot of the things, if a human being really had half the issues that Shani claims she has, I mean, whatever. But the fact is that's not, you can't use that for a crutch.
But she's also got mad personal with you guys, much like Katie got mad personal with Negs, right?
Yes.
Right.
And I brought that up. I brought that up to him a while ago. I said, because they kept talking about, they actually kept talking about, like, you know, drop Shani. I was like, dude, like, legit, she fucking laughed at our dead friend.
And continues to.
Yeah, and his exact words was, well, sometimes when you poke the bear, sometimes when you poke, they hit low.
Well, apparently by they, he meant himself, because...
Yeah.
So, wait a minute. By that logic, then, you think we hit you low. Apparently that's what you're putting out anyway. That's what you're saying. Well, then didn't you poke the bear?
Hitting you low is not showing video of the stupid things you've said, Negs.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Charlie. Mental illness can explain some things, but it would never be an excuse for the stuff that Shanny has done. Exactly. And that's the only thing that's in.
And she talks about kids in the house. Like Peanut, the lady that sounds like a waitress from the 70s Kinder Diner. She's talking about how there's kids in that house, you guys. There's kids, you know. It's yeah, we know, and that's one of the reasons we talk about these things and bring this up and bring it to people's attention. That she acts this way in front of her kids. That what she is doing is negatively impacting her children. We've covered those things on this show.
Yeah.
And nobody owes you, Negs, to trash on Charlie Gold when I'd ever heard that name until Thursday. And I'm not just going to like trash on somebody you don't like or get flipped the fuck out on Frank and Bran because they don't want your psychopath buddy going to come on the show and be a fucking racist to someone y'all don't like. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah, and it's just it's the thing. Like they don't see the hypocrisy in anything they do, and that's why we call them a lost cow.
I think that he thinks he's above hypocrisy. He's above criticism at this point.
Yes, he thinks he's
ridiculous, dude.
He does think. Beach Girl, how petty can you guys get? Shame. Show me how we're being petty.
Petty. You know what petty sounds like? Petty sounds like listening to a totally innocent conversation, remarking on how awful a situation was, and then that person who was involved in the situation running with it as if they're some type of victim.
I didn't know.
And he's got like almost 10,000 subs.
Nobody's ever said stop grieving. Nobody's ever said anything of the like. And that fucking narrative is for children because you have no legitimate argument to stand on. You have that you picked a fight with somebody over nothing, and you got put in your place for it, and now you're upset about it.
Exactly. Oh yeah, they can dislike it all they want, but here's the thing: it's like, sorry, that fucking.
So that was fun.
Yeah, you were in there with me. There was a lot of people that was in there with me, and it was like, dude, do you not see? Like, I'm trying to explain to you what is happening, and all you're doing is
he doesn't want to hear that.
Twisting it. You're not listening. Like you're like, you guys act like you just a big bad, you know. I was like, dude, I'm not trying to act like anything. I invited you to the show to talk this out. You got pissy when I said, hey, what you're saying might be a little racist. You might want to stop if you don't want to be called a racist. He's like, no, I'm good. So I was like, okay, well then that's racist. And then he plays the whole thing like, oh, I'm not coming on the show since I'm racist. I was like, fine then. What the fuck?
Right.
We've had racists on the show before. We had Vaughn. We've had Shanny. Well, we've been on Shanny's channel anyway. Yeah. So, you know, it's...
what the fuck is his name? Kraken Clan.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awful.
Quick recap. I was watching something on Apple TV with the wife.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Drake?
What's going on?
Yeah.
I just saw y'all were live.
So,
yeah, I see Negs is freaking out, evidently.
So he's freaking out because what was said on the Devil's Lettuce this week. How we explained the backstory.
You remember when I called this, right, Drag?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow that is talking about his dead kid. That it was all this other shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Really?
Yes.
Like, he took the time and explained. Everybody agreed
multiple times.
The shit the chick was saying was out of line. You should not do that. With the caveat that you just can't hide behind your dead kid anytime you do something stupid. Yes. That was explained at least 3 times. Yes. And this idiot still didn't get it.
Nope.
Yes.
He gets it. He's just purposely spinning it.
What really pissed me off.
Argument.
Whenever you guys are done. What really pissed me off was Peanut trying to give Shanny some benefit of the doubt using her stupid BPD as like a cover. Like, do you understand how sick and ill she is?
Oh my god! So
leave her alone.
I love when new people who don't have any history with Shanny want to tell those of us who have spent almost a decade with her how she is. I love that.
And Shanny has like trashed Peanut anyway. And she's like, doesn't that show you something? I'm like, yeah, that she's a bitch. You know, like that she's an asshole. Jeez. That's what I get from that.
Yeah, I've listened to quite a bit of Peanut. She's honestly not that bright, not that perceptive either. So I don't.
She's
not
a
the smartest
shit judge
peanut
of
in the
character.
turd, huh?
And I'm like, and then I'm trying to give them the comparison. I'm like, okay, but you guys talk about Miss Fucking Wonderful all the time. I said, who doesn't even have kids, and you gnaw at her, but then you turn around and like shanty some fucking like, oh my God, don't touch her because she does have kids. It's like, no, bitch, you don't understand. The kids are what the issue for me at least is that you just turn around and you Rev treats them like shit. She treats them like shit. And she's like, so poke the bear. She's just going to treat them like shit more. It's like, no, that's not how that works. It's show more people this asshole so, something can happen. Something can change.
So hold people accountable.
So if you ignore the problem, it goes away. That's how it works.
No. If you ignore maps, do they stop becoming maps?
Well, don't forget, if you call out racism, you're racist.
Exactly.
That's what the fuck happens.
If you point out a rapist, then you become a rapist.
I know.
Fucking logic.
Let's use this across the board.
Like, I simp for no one. I make a parody fucking video about Shani because it's expected that most people would make, like, if she said a video about somebody, you turn around and you'd be like, oh, well, fuck you, bitch, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to do something funny. I'm going to do something silly. Like, I wish I was like you, Shani. And I'm thinking, like, she wasn't expecting that. Most people aren't expecting that.
So wait, from what I'm gathering, he's saying that we made fun of his dead son last night.
Nobody
exactly what
did
I said
that.
was going to happen.
Whenever, like, specifically, I even said, I slowed it down for this motherfucker, if you remember yesterday.
It was actually Cat Scratch Granny who was in there right now. I was like, Cat Scratch Granny, you were in there. You even admitted into our stream that we wasn't talking about his kid like that.
No, it was a fucking tragedy.
Which we can roll back through and get a screenshot of easily.
It's still up, unmolested, completely go. Check it out.
Have they actually identified, like, what specifically was said that was offensive?
No, they don't show clips, man.
They won't show clips.
They don't have receipts.
Okay.
No.
But one
Then
thing
I don't
that
care.
he did seem really, the part that he seemed extra triggered about was the part that we had brought up that he does use it as a crutch.
Oh, good. I hope
That
he's very
was the
offended
part
by
he
that.
hated.
I mean, that's
good.
undeniable.
Good. Then if he's upset, that he's really upset with me because I think he's still doing it, and he's a weak bitch for doing it too.
I honestly didn't even know he had a child that passed away until like a month ago.
That's because we don't bring it up until then. It's because, I mean,
some things are off limits.
Family, exactly.
Children
If he didn't talk about, the only reason I even knew about it is because Yaba, who a lot of people like, did go into his stream and say that. She was like, and you used your kid for blah, blah, blah. And she did say some horrible shit to him.
Right. The very thing we called out last night. The very thing we called out and said is terrible behavior.
That's the whole reason I even knew about it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, nobody should be talking about your child. I don't care, how long ago it was. Nobody should be talking about them like that, especially if they're gone.
I mean, like, we're missing one thing here. If Frank and Bran really fucking endorse this type of shit, they'd be shitting on Shani's kids weekly.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear him talk about getting personal too, because I left a big chunk out of the timeline about live me and Sarah Burchett. We can go into that shit too.
Oh, dude, I brought that up today.
If he wants, we can go into that shit and talk about how fucking good of a guy.
Frank, what did he think of Career Cal? I'm just wondering.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, isn't this the same guy who was saying that he was going to release some chick's nudes because he was mad at somebody else?
Revenge porn, yes.
And that was at this round the same fucking
By the
time.
way, he's not a career cow anymore. He's a drama cow.
What do you mean
now.
was going? Do you mean
I'll be
going,
sure to update that on.
By was going to release those nudes, you mean he did, right?
Yeah, what I heard Neg say is that Neg said that he was going to, because Callie has an OnlyFans, and it's not like an OnlyFans like Shani has. She has like some, provocative photos and whatnot, and he's like, I will just pay the $3 for that and then leak them. And I'm like, you can't do that.
Illegal.
You literally can't
that's
say
revenge
that.
porn.
No, he actually did revenge porn, though. Not like what you're talking about. I'm talking about an ex of his that he threatened to fucking put nudes out of, and then he put nudes out of. So we can talk about the moral high ground
actual revenge porn.
Day.
Yeah, that is the exact definition of revenge porn. But even you can't go online and even say that I'm going to go pay for something and leak it.
Yeah, that's called.
It depends on the state because
I don't care about the
unfortunately,
criminal aspect.
revenge
I'm talking about the
porn.
moral aspect.
No. I know, but I'm just saying, like,
because he's still
there are
coming from
4
a moral
states in the United
standpoint.
States where revenge porn is not illegal per se.
Oh, someone's
It's
upset.
fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I'm gonna go
What
ahead
is
and make
this?
a.
What
It
does
says, let's see, fuck, how do I zoom? It
Cop-
says
copyright them? What does that mean?
Copyright them.
they're telling them to copyright us.
So
Okay, so now you
Bravo.
want to
Copyright
silence
for
some.
what?
Hold on,
Mr.
let me
Mr.
say
Free
something real
Speech
quick.
wants to silence your speech, huh?
No,
This
he's
is how you
talking
can
about
tell you're
copyright when
losing.
we
He's
play.
talking about free speech, that it's free speech for Shanny to say the N-word, but then they're going to copyright claim you?
Here's
And
the
then
thing.
say she wants Drag dead.
Thank you,
Did you
Sim.
see
But,
that?
here's the thing, Next, and everybody that watches Next. People have tried that. Ask Vaughn, ask Shanny, and ask Vaughn again. How that worked out is because we know fair use.
You know how hard it
kind
is
of a
to
thing.
copyright claim somebody? First of all, you have to be registered as somebody. You can't be a nobody and copyright claim shit.
Yeah, they're always moving.
It's just an
so
act of desperation when you
So-
have.
Yeah. They're like, who are you?
So just-
Nobody.
just
Oh,
as a-
okay, well,
as-
fuck it.
just as a bit of a token here, if people are misunderstanding what has been said or what has been expressed, how about this? Frank, would you be open to having some of, I guess, Neg's
Yeah.
whoever out there that wants to actually come and have an amicable conversation
We
and
always
discuss
are.
it, rather than just saying what you think someone's saying in the side chat, because a lot of that, and I like to open up, the opportunity to people, and it always ends up having an excuse, but hey, because I think I see a few people who may want to come and have an amicable discussion.
Here, I
There's
post
the link in the
This is
chat.
going to be, if anybody comes in, it's just going to be me, Bran, and Drag.
Yeah, my phone's gonna die and I'll get pissy, so I'm gonna respectfully bow out of that.
So that link is as anybody in Neg's camp, Negs himself, Peanut, Punk, whatever.
We'll
Yeah,
hear what you have to say.
Once
and
my
we'll
phone
Come on
dies,
in,
I'll
Peanut.
just listen.
Peanut loves to join live streams. I think she would be more than happy to come in
Oh, I love to hear
if
you
she
guys actually
was
talk.
given the opportunity.
Frank, by the
Link-
way, it exists. I sent it to you in Discord.
Yeah. Link is out there, by the way.
It's there. It's in the chat.
I even
So
sent Charlie Gold the link if she wants to.
if anyone has any, you feel a certain way about anything you think we may have said, then
Get
come
your
on
ass in
and
here.
There it is.
We can have a conversation.
Donating $5, I'm just going to get right back to you, dipshit.
But there must be 50 of us.
Fuck you, Billy. I'm coming after you next.
Yeah.
I mean, if Peanut wants to come in, I remind her that some of us can yell a lot louder than her. She's going to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
A lot louder.
I'm a Philly chick. She might be from New York, but us Philly girls, we carry shivs.
I just want to hear Drag yell in his military to him.
I don't want as late at night, and I would rather not. But I'd rather, because I get it. There's people who are watching and they get the wrong impression. They can't think for themselves. Shit happens, right? But if people are being very overt, very clear, and it's pretty easy to parse what all of us say, there should be a lot of confusion. Honestly,
Hold on.
it's not very, not a lot of nuance.
Cat Scratch Granny, you still didn't tell me who called me a bitch on the stream. I wasn't in the chat then. Who is this
No, we
right
did.
here?
Nobody
You're gonna
called
have
her
to
a
go
bitch.
back through the chat and find out for yourself.
Oh wait,
because that's a
oh
lot
wait,
of
Hannibal.
people.
no,
Yeah,
no, no,
Nightmare
no, no.
did.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh.
I was
he
a
said
bit
that.
drunk last night. Yeah, I was a bit drunk last night.
He copped to that last night.
Yeah,
Hey, I tell you, again, the link is in the chat here.
yeah.
And I want
specifically
all
said
of
it
you to
wasn't
notice
keep
something
her.
out there. I want you all to notice something. Negs refuses to let Frank go on while he's in the chat to talk about this. Over
Right.
here, we're opening it up to literally anyone. Now, there's a reason why one side will have the conversation and the other side won't.
By the way, I specifically said that I was the one that called you a bitch last night.
Yes.
If you remember.
And since you guys don't even know each other, fucking who cares? Get over it.
Right.
It's not
Exactly.
what anybody's talking.
I was
The
half
conversation
drunk.
is not about Cat Scratch Granny, so let's move on. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's like the
fucking
third
cunt.
time she's derailed the stream.
All right, who is this?
Easy now.
Who's in here?
Who do we got?
Elena Bitches.
I'm a duck out, yo. You guys, thank you for having me. Have a great night.
Thanks
Yeah,
for coming
as
by.
always.
Hey, am
Hey,
I
guys.
on, y'all?
Huh?
Hi.
Is that
Hey.
you with Bucks?
I'm
picture?
the one that
Yeah.
is the
the Sims 4 T on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Talk to you. Let me explain something about Peanut. She is a hypocritical bitch.
Is she special needs?
I believe so.
Okay, because that's what
Well,
I
we
wanted.
can't talk
I've
about
been trying to ask
that.
that question about her for like the last 10 minutes. Like, she seems not quite like she doesn't quite get it. You know what I mean?
Yes, Showa, we know what you
Look,
mean.
dude, she don't get nothing unless it benefits her. That's why she rides the coattail of Gigi. That's why she goes on Banshee Fits on her channel and hypocritically contradicts herself. She's a two-faced lying bitch.
All right, what we're gonna do is I thought you was one of Negs' people. The link is just for Negs people right now. I am gonna remove you, but not for anything.
Be careful with her, though.
Be careful with her.
We
Again,
appreciate
Be
it.
careful.
yeah,
I
we
mean-
appreciate it. Again, people that are
she's a
already here are
danger
here.
to her.
But this link is I put it in the description. Anybody can get in.
If you don't want me in, let me know. It's up to you guys.
No. If someone does come in, I am going to put people behind stage. So
Okay.
just going to be me, Brandon, and or Drag if he wants to stay in. So again, you guys can refresh it. The link is in there just for anybody in the nation because I see you guys. You guys are down voting it.
I mean,
I know you
I've
guys are
been-
watching.
You're
I've
obviously
been
here.
on all sides of this thing. I've been on. I've been through Peanuts things. I've been in like Hater Nations things because mainly I was around. I've been like Alex when he was Irate Bear and they were doing the Ghost Food podcast. So I've been like me and Irate Alex have known each other for years. So when he brought up Shani and the more I heard about her, I was like, oh God, this person's horrible. So then, I started finding more people and seeing more about her, and I'm like, wow, I really don't like this person. Like, she needs to get called out, like, badly.
This is just so
All
weird.
right.
So, I mean, I don't want to make hundreds of videos about a person because it is kind of boring, but
20 down votes, and not a single one of those people
Yeah.
wanna come in here.
Fucking
and
pussies. All right.
you
talk
guys
about
got
it. I mean,
fingers, but you ain't got mouths.
it's like we want to have the conversation.
I think
Like
I mean, it's the same thing that the tards who come and talk shit to me, they get the courage to every so often, and then they see me talk to one of their cohorts, doesn't go their way, and so it's like, fuck it.
Yeah,
why
they fuck
embarrass
off.
myself? Yeah. But I mean, it's easier just to make slight comments in the side chat. It's, leave comments afterwards and go over to an echo chamber. But actually defending stupid shit that you say and having to bring receipts, that's hard. Like that's actually difficult.
That's not allowed.
Yeah. Or they're like, they're telling me they're like, narcissism is a mental disorder, and I'm like, but it's not a good one. It's not one you should be shielding yourself with.
No, I mean, for fuck's sakes, like me, I mean, I have Tourette's syndrome. You don't hear me using that as a goddamn crutch.
Exactly.
No.
And Drag, we kind of have a similar rules for when you come in. Do you want to explain just the tip?
Yeah, so there's a policy I have on my channel called Just a Tip. And so when somebody who has, I guess, a differing opinion, it doesn't matter what the topic is, doesn't matter what the subject, if there's already a bunch of people in the room who disagree with them, you just can't dogpile them, right? It's usually one, maybe two at the most at a time, and you don't just, berate them or browbeat them. Like you let them interrupt other people rather than people interrupting them, that sort of thing, right? To give them sort of not a fighting chance, but give them enough air and enough breathing room so that they feel more comfortable, and it helps to create a more amicable environment to have discussion rather than an argument.
That makes sense.
It also helps them drown themselves quicker.
I was about to say you just give them enough rope.
And you can ask Junebug. Junebug she was one of our criticizers. She came in, I booted people in the backstage. Yep. And we didn't go in on her. We let her speak her mind, and we talked. And guess what?
Yeah.
She's cool now.
So, yeah.
I don't like Junebug.
You'll have that from time to time.
Yeah.
Evidently, Rev watched today's salt mine, and Shani's not too happy.
Hey, Drag, what did they
Uh-oh.
say that those texts said? Whenever Shandy said that
Oh.
she wanted you dead.
Oh no, they haven't addressed that yet. They got to come up with something good. Yeah, right now they're fighting with each other, so they're not a cohesive unit.
Yes, I love it.
I want another candle lit for me. That was wonderful.
What did
Felt so
while we're
special.
waiting for bitches, what did you say or what did you do?
I have
to
no
elicit that?
idea.
A mukbang. It
Was
was
it?
a mukbang.
Is it seriously the freaking mukbang?
But
Like, it was silly.
But he mentioned, like, he specifically mentioned the bathroom. Like, it was like he was responding to something that you had said, I guess, concerning the bathroom.
Oh, he yelled at her when he had first cleaned the bathroom. She was one of the people he was calling a psychopath.
Yeah, but I didn't mention anything about his damn bathroom. I didn't say anything about it.
No, you left some comment before.
Oh,
he
maybe I
cleaned up
did.
the bathroom that made him clean it up. That's what, look. You go back to the fucking video. He said, fucking Renee, or I forget exactly what he said. But
Yeah, no. He
was
said
mad at
fucking
you.
Renee, that dumb
He
bitch,
was
or
pissed
something
off
like
at
that.
you that he had to clean his bathroom. That's what that shit was about.
How dare you make him
And
be
if
a
I had to
cleaner
clean my
person?
fucking bathroom because of some shit you said and pissed off my old lady, god damn it, I'd be mad at you too.
You know what? Whatever I did, I'm glad it worked because he cleaned. That's all I care
How
about.
dare you make him be a cleaner person?
Psychopath.
Sorry, Tom. I did
Cleanliness
see
is
just
never
there, but
godliness.
I'm on Kiki because we're just right now. We're just waiting for any next person to kind of come in. So, no offense.
Todd, by the way, love the song.
Yes, the song was fucking great. If you haven't checked out the new rap disc, check it
Wait,
out.
he's got a new one?
Shanny and
Holy
Rev, yeah, it's
shit,
great.
Can we play it? I
For
bet you
fuck's
he won't copyright strike you.
Todd, you're on notice. If something
Todd's
happens,
not a
we know it's you.
Fucking hell.
So
we're still waiting. Let's see, how many thumbs down are we at now? 29, almost 30
Wow.
thumbs.
No one
but
does-
nobody will come in and air their grievance.
Oh,
and
I'm
I've already
gonna-
said we'll let you have ample time.
Here's one more thumbs down. Fuck you guys.
There you go.
Thank you.
Even 30.
Thank you.
No, it's 31. Fuck you. I'm gonna
Hold on,
give
wait,
you
I
another
got,
channel.
I got,
Fuck
I
you.
got 5 Socka Counts. Let's get it to
So
40.
it's all engagement.
Pump those numbers up.
I hope they realize that they're just actually helping your channel.
Yeah, I know.
Real quick, I did want to address some BTP. Jackie, the Geek Room, I will formally apologize. I don't know enough by any of you or Negs to take sides. I don't expect anybody to take sides. I really don't. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Negs for it. Just watch both of them and see what
Make your own opinion.
Make your own judge. Make your own assessment. Your own
That's what I
judgment.
did.
It shows just if you don't want to take a side or be involved in any of that stupid shit, just here's what I look for. If one side or faction or group is willing to have an amicable conversation and offer the space for people to disagree with them, and the other side, tribe, group, whatever, does not want that and they actively discourage that, then that should tell you a lot about them right there.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. I think if you're going to be subscribed to Negs, you should just unsubscribe from the Geek Room. You know what? I just think you should. Everybody just
draw a
unsubscribe
hard
from the
battle
Geek
line in
Room.
the
Fuck
sand.
these
It's
goddamn
one
guys.
or the other. No middle grounds.
If you watch Negs,
Nared
get the
the
fuck
tweets
out of
of
here.
meat.
Yeah.
Brand, you know somebody's going to clip that and send it to him, right?
I hope. That way I can come back on and do the same stream we're doing now later and be like, you're a fucking idiot.
Well, now you guys are part of Hater Nation, so by proxy,
What the
you
fuck
have
is
to
that?
be anti them.
Oh,
It
man.
sounds like a reject version of TMC, honestly.
What even is it?
So it has something to do with people who review the fat girls. I know that.
Yes,
'Cause,
it's
yeah,
it's basically who they like to say is Zachary Michael, Charlie Gold, Michael B. Petty, used to be Irate Alex
I
too.
love Zachary Michael.
Yeah, he's funny.
Wait, Charlie's a big girl herself. How can? Okay, you know
the
what?
sliding scale.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
And that's where they
Ready,
get
go.
their. That's why they were like, well, why are fat girls reviewing fat girls? And that's what their whole basis of a counter argument was.
I'm a fat guy.
It's extra
And Yaba and stuff like that. They were like, why do they get a pass to do this?
YOLO.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of what I picked up on. It's like, okay, cool. But if you could take that criticism yourself. Like when I make fat jokes about Shani, I usually reference myself and it's like, yeah, you know what, I have a lot of room to talk, right? So
you're what, 280?
Honestly, with the way fucking, and I don't want to hear about fucking people getting
Jello,
bullied.
hold on, who's here?
Hold on.
What?
I sent Charlie Gold the link. I don't know if they're just Charlie Gold or not.
No telling.
We're having
There's
an
an echo now, though.
Yeah, whoever does, they got an echo.
Is there an echo?
Yes.
Hello.
Hey.
Can you guys
Hi.
hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Oh, well, I'm in bed in a bonnet.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's Charlie
So
Gold.
what's up?
I know tonight was a lot. And I'm not going to be on long, but I didn't see anything go down. I just came in to say the simple fact that people think you guys are white knighting for me or whatever, that's never not the case. I ignore them because they're not worth my time. The simple fact is this, I don't know the exchange that completely happened. I don't. But from what I've seen the last, week or so, I think they took on more than they can chew. And I've seen you guys drag them for almost a week now. I enjoy it personally. But I don't engage with them and I don't give them attention because I know it bothers them so much. So the whole idea of, oh, you can't defend yourself, you can't do this, you're not worth my energy and you're not worth my time.
Yeah. Did the echo go away because I turned off my screen?
It did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did it. That did it.
That was on my end, guys. I'm starting to learn that when I share screen and someone comes in, somehow it goes with a weird echo.
It does that with mine too. Yeah. So
No, we heard you. It was just a little bit of an echo. So
okay.
Yeah, Frank fucked up.
So you did not pay for Geek Room to defend you on social media, is what I'm hearing.
Or Modio.
No, like this is not Mob Wives. Like it's so weird to me. Like this is where we are. Like some people just like to make fun of people who just look stupid online, and they do it well on Twitter. It's not a weird concept that if you look stupid online, there's going to be someone to say something. And then honestly, I feel like they kind of picked the wrong person. Because even when they were coming after you guys, that's why I had them Geek Room like to be like, oh, are you good? Because a lot of people don't know what they're getting into when it comes to the antis. And, he was like, oh, yeah, I'm good. And I'm like, okay. And this is where we're at now. And now they're mad because.
The funny thing is, we've dealt with worse. We dealt with a call for an uprising fans. These people told us to suck off a shotgun before. So
suck on shotguns.
Suck off a shotgun. So this is just nowhere.
Those guys are crazy.
Yeah. So, but it's and that's the thing. And I told y'all, I appreciate that. That shows who you are as a person. Like these people are saying, like, she's a horrible person. Well, she hasn't showed me she's a horrible person. You guys jumped on my ass, and she's the one to come and say, hey, you okay? And even with Drag, like I said, I explained before, how I told, I think Shane was going after Drag, trying to get him with a restraining order. She, first instinct is Drag okay. So that shows me how you are as a person. You're a whole, you're
I never want anyone to think I represent myself as something I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm unfiltered. I have an opinion and I just say shit with my chest and I'm unapologetic for the things that I say. A lot of people look at it like if you're looking from the outside in and you're just getting into this, it looks like I'm one fat bitch talking about other fat bitches. That's not the case. These people that I do reactions to, they're trash, literal trash. A lot of people think it's just about the weight. The weight is such a small fraction to what these train wrecks are. That's why I have a leg to stand on. People's biggest complaint, like, oh, it doesn't look like you're losing weight. Oh, it doesn't look like you're losing weight fast enough. So if it's about weight, one gained a whole quarterback and the other one, her neck disappeared months ago. So what is the argument now? So I can criticize anybody I want. And one of the reasons I have a leg to stand on is because I'm a fat bitch saying things about fat bitches.
Are
if
you
I was
open
120
to
pounds and I came in the way that I did, chances are they would have been like, oh, you're doing too much. But because I am their size, that's why some people just give me leeway. It doesn't matter who gives me leeway. I'm going to say what I want anyways. And I think that's what bothers them. As much as they yell and shout, I'm going to say what I want.
But then they also use like, oh, former fatties. Like, okay, so if you lost weight and you're criticizing the, like Chantel, it's like, oh, you're a former fatty. It's like, no, and you're trying, and actually a lot of people were Chantel like supporters, like were like on her side, like trying to give her advice, and then she would just block them and be mean to them, which I was one of them. I was like, hey, look, I took nutrition, I know a lot about nutrition, I can help you. And she just like freaked out at me, and I'm like, all right, then if you want to be like that, then I'll just make a video about you. Like that's what I did.
They changed the goalposts depending on who they're talking to. That's what it comes down to. They change it. If they're talking to one creator, this is the goal. If they're talking to me, it's one goal. If they're talking to someone else, it's another goal. The issue always comes down to this, and I said this months ago, and people weren't listening, and now they're finally kind of seeing what I'm saying. The issue was never really what I was saying, or what's being said coming out of my mouth. It really comes down to who's profiting from what's being said. Because like Peanut, right? Peanut got, I think, a channel terminated months ago, maybe a year ago, for saying some really ridiculous stuff. Yeah. I say some things that, tote the line sometimes. But at the end of the day, my channel's still here. My channel's still going strong. And if Peanut can, and all these other people who are so upset, can flip a switch, take my channel and continue doing it the way I'm doing it, they would. If they were getting the views that they wanted, it wouldn't be such a big thing. And now they put themselves in a corner and realize, now other people are realizing, well, damn, you're kind of doing the same thing. You're complaining about them, like you're doing the same thing. So what's really the argument? That's why I don't care.
I know. I seen it turn into a hypocrisy thing. It's like, well, now we're going to talk about Charlie Gold talking about, and I'm like, what is this? The giant inception of like, oh, you talk about this person, so I'm going to talk about you, and you talk about that person. And like,
I don't know. Me, I love when Shani and Rev try to review me after I reviewed them. I thought it was the funniest shit in the world. My dick gets hard on that. I don't know how everybody else feels, but so I know personally that if I review anyone on the internet, anybody can review me now.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, that doesn't mean I owe you my attention. That's where it's like, wait, why do you feel I owe you a response? Why do you feel I owe you a conversation? Because for a long time, the narrative was Charlie won't respond to this one because they're Black. And then if you go to, Gaining Reject 2.0, oh, Charlie won't, respond to him because of this. Oh, Charlie won't respond to this person because she's a coward. It's not respond to a lot of people.
Right. I mean, it's that's impugning motives, and a lot of people would do that with my channel because from where a lot of us started off, we really weird, philosophy, religion, that sort of thing, and so I guess targets of my ire were almost exclusively Protestant Christians, and it just so happened because my channel developed out of that very niche area, that's what was abundant. But now that I've gotten exposed to more people, I have a more diverse crowd, and it has more to do with the particular a particular archetype that I'm looking for. There are people who are lols cows on the internet that cannot introspect, that always blame other people, and that's sort of the archetype that I look for. Now, if I just so happen to find people of a certain
is that why you don't cover Copes that much?
Yeah, I don't cover Cope, and that's a perfect example. I don't cover him as much because he self-reflects that if he did not, I cover him right then and there. And so people have impugned my motives. Even recently with fucking who came on my channel? Raw came on my channel to say that, oh, I'm after money,
God bless your brother,
and that I'm doing this, and they're, what did he say? They're you know that they're weak, and it's you shouldn't be covering them. I said, okay, so who should be covering them?
You're beating up on the weak.
Wait, you're beating up on the weak.
Drag is beating up special ed kids.
And I said, okay, so who should cover them, Raw? Well, that's a good question. Well, this guy had left 80 comments on one of my videos and never once thought about who he in his mind established as being worthy enough to cover idiots on the internet. And so I get the perspective of some people, but they don't actually take time to try and understand what's going on in a content creator's mind. They sort of superimpose what they want to believe on that creator because they've been watching them for 5 years or 10 years, and they think that they're your best friend and they know you, and like it's dumb, but unfortunately, it's part of the game.
I am like the anti-map pedo. Like that's mainly what my channel was always aimed towards, was like liars, fakes, frauds, these types of people. So when Shani called Alex a pedo enabler, that's when she got my exact attention. And I'm like, hold on, because me and him went in depth with stuff, like personal things that we talked about. And I was like, he is absolutely not what you're calling him. And then I saw she was supporting Onision, and I'm like, wait a minute. Something is really wrong here. I'm like, you're saying that this dude's okay, but Alex is a pedo, and what? Yeah. So then, you know, like that's where I get, like, when you guys had that guy yesterday, I forget his name, Jared.
Oh, Jared.
Oh, Jared.
People like, that's the type of people I cover. Like, I cover those people because they need that.
No,
like,
he is
exposed.
a fucking gold mine.
Yeah, well, people need to see him because these people exist, and they need to have a light shine on them, because the more people can see his face, and the more people that know that this guy is a person who is after children, they can find them and you know, avoid him and possibly avoid getting their children hurt by this guy.
Jared's too much of a coward to actually go after any kids.
To kind of pony back off what Billy just said in the chat, we're up to how many now? Is it 42?
Good.
People have come in.
Oh, come on, that's all. When do you get that to 100, man?
I'm downvoting now.
We haven't
exactly.
We haven't got out of those 42
If you haven't
a single
thumbs down
one.
this video yet, would you please give it a thumbs down?
Frank, you know what? You need to downvote your own goddamn video.
Let me just publicly say, fuck the Geek Room. I would thumbs
exactly.
down.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna unsubscribe right now.
They're nothing but a bunch. They're just. I mean, honestly, they're pieces of shit. If we're being real with ourselves.
Oh yeah, they are.
The funny thing is,
I'm gonna have to geek out and just say I'm a Doctor Who fan, and I do love my David Tennant, and I did like Matt Smith. So
I just want to say I love you people, because I just publicly said subscribe to a channel that I benefit from existing, and then someone hit the pre-show, post-show support. That's amazing.
What the fuck is that?
I love you people.
Oh shit, South Carolina's got their coach. All right. Oh,
and they still suck.
And here's the thing, like, and this is what I was trying to point to him. Like, they harp on us about going after Shani. And the thing is, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I think we actually, see if this is Neggies. All right, show your face real quick.
Show your
Let
dick.
me see your face. Let me smell your dick before you come into this room.
Let me smell your dick.
And if it smells awful, you can fuck off.
It's sad that everyone knows that
It's
song.
Negs.
How dare you not do as I say? How dare you?
Fuck off! I should have known.
Know who that was. I got it.
Well, you might as well close down the stream. You guys have been
Oh
pwned.
my god.
I would expect that.
Kind of like Kermit.
Right?
How dare you? What are you doing here?
What's that, Mothra?
That probably was.
We weren't making fun of the right Miss Piggy.
But like I was saying, it's like they harp on us because we talk about Shani, but all day long, I kid you not, I can retweet a Wendy's poll. Somehow it would get back to, oh, Charlie did this, didn't she? And I was like, the fuck you talking about? No. Like, I don't understand it.
Charlie ate 5 Baconators. Did you hear?
I don't like it. It's weird as thing. Like with the conversation between me and Yanny Ground, I asked about Shani. He's the one that brought you up, Charlie, and it was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, I'm not.
The answer is there's some sexual tension there, obviously.
Oh yeah, he clearly wants to fuck Charlie, and she's
Absolutely
not.
Yanny Ground is a gay male.
Charlie's like, don't even.
Hey,
Oh,
you know
I
what?
don't know. I personally don't know anything about his sexual life personally, but like I said, I'll fuck Chantel before.
I mean,
If
will
he's
you
gay,
film
let
it?
me hook him up with my buddy.
Well, good luck with that, Charlie.
And that says a lot.
Wait a minute, Renee. He's gay. All right, I need to get my Irish friend in here.
Yeah.
He'll hit on him.
Well, we don't know that. I don't think he's ever spoken about his.
He
like-
has.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I never.
Yeah,
heard that.
yeah, he has.
Irish, where the
He's
fuck
came
are
out.
you? I know you're watching.
But he said he's basically asexual now because he doesn't have like a love life like a lot of people right now. So
Does
To
it have
be
something to do
fair,
with him not having a personality?
Probably.
It may
But
or
to
may
be
not.
fair, I've turned
But
two
it
people
probably
asexual apparently by showing them that shanty porn. They said they're now asexual.
I thought you were gonna say by showing them your dick.
Oh no.
Can I
I can speak for that. I mean,
it
can you
made me
speak
look
for
at raw
yourself?
turkeys very oddly now.
just for funsies, can I read Billy's text in a emo manner?
Right, Jello, please.
No, they can only hit you with dislikes and run because they are pussies. Pussies.
You fucking hoa. All you fucking hoas. Fucking downvote my video, you fucking hoas.
I like when he throws everything around his room.
My wife likes when he starts bouncing in the chair. That's their favorite thing. Get bouncy.
That
He's
when
silly.
that video when he throws that picture of Gary Snowflake.
Yeah.
It's a funny that pic. Like if you don't know that
He had it
the
framed.
things that he's throwing around, that it's a picture frame, right? The picture in it is an avatar
Of
from
Gary
from here from YouTube. It's a guy he doesn't like. It's a picture of a snowflake and the
Yeah,
word
it was
Gary
meant to be like the peace offering, wasn't it? And Gary didn't even send it, from what I know.
No, somebody
I like-
else sent it, I think.
Yeah,
This is
I
like-
like how he tried to rip it and he didn't realize it was laminated.
yeah. So he grabs scissors and starts cutting it.
I'm gonna tear up my license.
No, it wasn't laminated. He's just a pussy. He couldn't carry it because he's a pussy.
Oh,
Jello, I want you to go into his next live discussion. Just yell that 3 times, see if he kicks you.
I'm loving Jason trying to like reach out to Drag so badly.
No,
He's like,
I'm not.
Drag, please mukbang with me, anything, please.
I don't
Help
want to.
me!
Help me.
I feel like that's his
Especially
weird
like
version of
Drag
asking
to
Drag for help.
Be his angel, Drag.
No.
Come on.
Yeah,
Drag will help him.
He's like Leia putting the message on R2D2 for Obi-Wan. You're like,
You're
Drag,
only-
you're
You're
my
my only
hope.
hope.
I'm
I
just gonna
don't.
say this much.
Exactly.
Drag was a medic, and maybe Rev has some condition he needs fixed. All right.
Good. I'll find a fucking
He's
one of my subordinates.
downstairs.
No, I
He's
just.
hiding from Shanny because he knows she can't get down them steps.
I
He's
meant
like,
I meant the
guess what,
infection.
bitch? I'm down
I meant-
here.
I meant the infection he probably got from the reek in that house. But
Did you hear when the DoorDash came? He was like, "Whoa, you ordered a lot of stuff."
When was this? When was this?
Wait, what?
That was his the last live he just did, which was like really recent when you guys were still on.
Oh.
He did a live. DoorDash came. He's like, "Yeah, that's DoorDash. I know I'm gonna get shit for it." And as soon as he came in, he was like, "God, you ordered a lot of stuff."
So
it fucked
somebody on Discord tag me in that so I can prep because I'm gonna do I'm gonna record a emo and upload random musings later, but I'm gonna do another live stream tomorrow morning. I need to do that. I also, Charlie, now that you're here, I'm gonna spread some rumors that mushroom stamped you and we're having sex at some point. I'm just letting you know right now because evidently it really pisses off
Teabagging
people. Oh yeah, it's gonna get really graphic. If it gets too much, let my wife know.
Let's make it work. Thank you.
I'm gonna get creative.
He's been dragging his balls across your forehead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I unironically do that in real life.
Dragoon the
Charlie's like, what did I do?
Charlie, Charlie, I was trying to cash the check.
Because I don't know, I don't want to derail.
Charlie, we've
they're not.
been trying to cash the check that you wrote, but it keeps bouncing, so I don't know what's going on.
Listen, I'm out here trying to figure out how much they think I can afford. Like, I cannot people. Like, they really think I'm like the Jeffree Star of haters. And can I just point out too, because you guys kept asking, haters is technically not a real thing. It was a joke because Amber Lynn would call a lot of people who criticize her haters. So it just was a play on words, like a joke. It's not like a real thing.
So wait,
Gotcha.
so one of the Lols cows came up with the name of the group, and then you guys sort of ironically are calling yourself that as a joke, and then some people are taking it seriously.
Yeah.
You know where else? You know what that sounds familiar?
That sounds
of?
really
Yeah, I've
familiar.
heard this before.
We know some people called the trolls, haters, and naysayers.
Trolls, haters, and naysayers.
That is
they
literally
took that name because Vaughn called the people that disagreed with him. They were either like they were one of three categories. They were either trolls, haters, or get this, naysayers.
Vaughn is starting to disappear. Like I could see through him.
So Charlie, who do you think's fatter between Amberlin and Shanny?
You can see through the holes in his shins.
Still Amberlin.
Diabetes.
I'm disappearing.
Shanny has to be getting close.
I mean, Shanny and Foodie Beauty are both trying to get close. Like at one point, Chantel was picking up every pound that Amber was dropping.
I kind of feel bad for Chantel because she is so big. Like she sounded like she was gonna murder somebody when she was walking. I was like, oh my god, is this a horror movie? Like she's gonna kill some teens on a boat.
Like, yeah, no, I used to do that. I used to do that big.
The thing is, you cannot actually judge from across a monitor how heavy Shanny is. You don't. She might be two-dimensional. She's clearly like. She's clearly formless, right? But she could be like
no, she has no wrists.
She's like Peter Griffin when he went for no bones.
She's got arm cankles, but that's not the point. She could be like an amorphous blob. She could be like an amorphous blob. If she turns sideways, she might completely disappear.
That's bullshit.
No, I've seen both sides of her. I've seen all sides.
Listen, Jello, I'll bet you $20 right now.
Seen too many sides.
She's
by the
like
way,
a flounder. You've never seen both sides at once.
We've seen the video.
Well, you kind of can't.
We've seen the video.
Camera can't catch that image.
What'd you say, Frank?
I was going to a couple people came members, and I wanted to thank them real quick. Once I can pull it up to.
It's gonna be some of Nick's cronies.
In the meantime, guys, we do have a super here, Frank. So they're kind of exposing us because we got $5 that says Charlie made me tippy. LOL, much love.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Thank you.
Anybody want a nut?
What?
That's like $1.25 for each member of the geek room, really.
Consider me bought.
BTP Jackie, thank you. Jonathan
Super
Smith,
chats.
thank you.
30% gets taken from that, so it's even less.
Yeah.
Darn.
Sims, thank you, and Charlie's. Thank you, Irish and Atheist. So I want to make sure I didn't skip anybody. And fuck you, Billy. I don't know why you tipped us.
I was going to ask you, Frank, do you have a way of pulling up your members list? Because I have no idea who's a member of my channel.
Oh yeah, I can show you.
Okay, I really have no idea. Like I do Patreon just because I got tired of
appreciation for his audience. He really does. He just loves it.
I have no fucking idea. I'm like, why are y'all paying for this shit?
I have no Patreons, no nothing. I'm like, whatever, fuck it.
Yeah, people ask me to do that. Like, I don't. What do you want? You want me to put my okay? Like when I first made it out of request, I put sexual favors as like the top tier reward.
What?
Like I know.
And then I found out that he's not actually giving them, so I told him I'm never giving you a red cent.
No, I changed it to $6.
You pissed me off with that shit.
And it was the top tier got changed because yes, a few people tried to buy it actually.
Thought I was gonna get me a little pinch and squeal.
Yeah, no, and I changed it to this tier is just to piss off one of the lol scouts. That you don't get anything. It's just knowledge that you bought that just to piss off this person.
Delicious tears.
Yeah, and it worked for some reason. It fucking worked.
Lol's cows tears taste funny.
You owe Jello a reach around, just so you know.
No, Jello already got a piece of me. Xavier came to visit him for a little bit, so that was experience.
Yeah, someone actually tagged us on Twitter and gave me the timestamp of 20 of 28. And it was like, this is where the conversation went sideways and unnecessary. This is what's being spoken on. And I told him, I was like, hey, we have a open panel right now.
Literally right the fuck now.
Yeah.
And
Like,
apparently it was Cat Scratch Granny or something like that, and she got salty
Cat
because
Scratch Granny.
She was like, "We're told to go live or get out of your chat," and I was like, "All right."
I haven't even called her a bitch tonight. Why is she so salty?
You're inside. Take the goddamn stocking cap off.
Drag, take your fucking shirt off.
Drag, take your shirt off. Let's see that man.
He got his shirt on.
Take your shirt off, motherfucker.
It's got that
Joe?
muscle tee.
Jello, I just realized me and you were the only ones that are
Yeah,
shirtless right
muscle
now.
tee.
Who's the dude in the shirt posing as Drag?
I don't know.
Clearly, it's not him.
It's not Drag. No, it's
Who
not
are
Drag
you
Knock.
and what have you done with Drag's man boob?
I think his name's Randy or
Still
something.
here.
I don't remember.
The opposite of
Randy.
that. Randy.
My wife wanted to watch fucking Animal Planet, some bullshit on new TV. So I'm in the living room on her shitty computer typing a paper as we discuss Lost
Hey,
Cows.
Randy, do you own Integrity Farms or no? You got
What?
Integrity.
What?
I'll fucking explain it to you later.
Fuck are you talking about?
I've got a nice warm bubbly bath ready for me, so I have to bail, but I can't without saying it once while you're here. Fatty go!
I was waiting for that. I'm like,
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, when he first said it, when he was in chat, I cringed. I was like, "Oh, please don't let her like." get
no,
pissed
that's
off.
my favorite name for me. That's why I was so mad that account was racist because I'm like, that's actually a really good name.
It's funny that, that you bring up that count was a racist, because the only time I ever heard it was from Rev, and he's very racist. So it's kind of funny how that it's
Yeah.
kind of a loop there. It's a little bit of a circle.
Bro, it just it just shot out of his mouth too.
That's the funny part. It's like one of those pause.
It just fell out of his
I
face.
don't really, but sort of. I kind of have not real Tourette's. So like, I'm not always in control of my mouth when I know I should be, and I do say things. Yeah, it's good.
I personally love that name. If I didn't like it, I would, clap back at you. But I don't care. I really love that name.
I mean, well, now I think we know what Charlie's going to make a backup channel name.
I love being clapped back at. Just saying, that's
She's
one of
not
my
talking
favorite
about
things.
that type of clapback.
Oh, okay.
no,
I
not
like that
that.
stuff too. I like that too. It's all.
Oh my God! What did you think I was?
You're talking about
That's Jello. I don't want to know.
Nothing.
I got
Explain
the
yourself,
clapping. I'm
Jello.
giving it to you.
Oh my God!
So many different meanings for that word, huh?
This is why Vaughn's going to sue you.
Well, Vaughn's going to sue us all. It's just like we've accepted,
Including
that.
Google.
Yeah, a fucking
Well, so is
multi-billion-dollar corporation.
I was like, we got to Google. We got a
know.
lawsuit going. Multi-billion dollars.
Why Rev wants to hang out with me? Like, I don't actually hang out with people in real life. I really
I'm
don't.
telling you, it's his
don't.
way of asking for help.
I mean,
I know.
He could take advice that I conveniently put in my videos online directed at him, and we
That's
don't have
true.
to hang out. Like, I don't want to hang out with him. He would not fit
I
in.
think that maybe G-Man told him some stories about what you guys did. The arm wrestling contest.
And
Rev's
that
just
stupid.
like, God, I wanna do
90% of
that.
the stuff that I did with G-Man, it was at his behest. He wanted to raise. He wanted to do the wrestling shit. He wanted to do the arm wrestling, all that stuff. He wanted to do.
And I
wanted
think that
to,
Rev might think that that's awesome too, and he probably wants to do it also.
I
Rev-
oblige that request. I don't-
Rev wants a channel, like a successful channel, and he's not sure what direction he wants. He's doing this mukbang thing with the Nikocado avocado bullshit, and then he's turning around. He's like, "Wow, I want to do a theistic debate," and that's kind of dead. So it's like, well, where are you going from here? Like, you're not a mukbanger. You're bad at arguing the Bible because you're fucking nothing about it is you.
He even said he would be Drag's theistic bitch, didn't he?
He's
Yeah.
never
I think he
found
did.
himself.
I don't. So for one thing, I don't like that whole setup. The smarty pants atheist beat up the stupid theist. I don't like that. That's just so
There's some
2000s.
dumbass atheists out there.
There's some incredibly dumb fucking atheists out there.
Steve
You have
McRae.
yeah, you go. So no, I don't like that.
Oh wait, I'm
No.
sorry. He's
Here's
agnostic.
here's what I would love from Rev. Like, no, all bullshit aside. All right, for him to go on like a 3-month hiatus, we don't hear from him. All of a sudden, this guy's in fucking like Tibet, and he's telling us what happened in the time that we last saw him. He fucking got rid
The
of
fucking
Shanny,
monks.
got his life together, met some monks, learned some shit. It's just a vlog of him going from Tibet to
It
I don't
can't
know,
be
fucking
Tibet.
like Okinawa. Then he's going to fucking South
Shaolin,
Africa. Like he's
Shaolin.
just anything. Every week there's just a new video. He's in a different place. I'm like, I would love that. That
No,
would be.
Drag,
He's
it
just
can't-
backpacking through Europe and shit. You know,
It can't be Tibet. It has to be Shaolin. He has to go train with the monks in martial
Yeah.
arts.
Oh, that's fine. That'd be perfect, right? I
Then
would
he can
love
go
that.
back and beat Shanny's ass.
Like a fucking reverse Kung Fu Panda movie.
Yeah, exactly. I've been training for this for years.
I actually wanted to show something because Cat Scratch Granny is still going back and forth saying, "Oh, you know what you said was wrong." Real quick, this funny thing is I got Nightbot who kind of watches and they log everything in the chat. This was said yesterday or the day when we do it. Okay, I'm back. I do actually owe you an apology for assuming you were doing what others do and dragging next boy out for views. I was wrong. Spoke too soon.
so shut the fuck up.
You dumb bitch.
Seriously, shut the fuck up. Because it's obvious. All you're doing is you're trying to antagonize and you're trying to start something.
She clearly knows she's fucked up. Yeah,
I mean,
he's admitted it.
I've already coined the term for these type of people as Negs' personal propaganda ministry.
Call them naggers.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Marsh. 60 seconds.
So yeah, I mean that's basically what this is. These people are going around and they're trying to create
Instigate.
some kind of salacious something that we've said. Yeah,
They're trying to
instigate
start shit.
and
That's what
throw it out
There's
everywhere.
instigators. I mean, it's quite
Yeah.
clear.
Negs had on one of his streams. He was like, "I use the N word. I just use it like, what's up, my N word." He wasn't using the hard R, but it was like,
Oh,
it was just him flexing the point that like he's like, "I've been using this my whole life," and I
like,
think that's where he's like, "I can say whatever I want. It's not a big deal." And I'm like, okay.
I mean, like, the worst thing that was said last night was me half drunkenly calling her a bitch. So.
Yeah.
That turned out to be true.
And by the way, you're still a fucking bitch. Just keep that in mind.
And he's not drunk, I don't think.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Sober
I'm
tonight.
tired, but yeah.
Okay, so he's delirious.
Oh, that'll be his excuse next time he's on the chat. I was tired that night.
Oh no, I'm gonna call her a bitch then too. Don't worry.
So.
Oh shit! South Carolina hired their coach. Good for them.
They still suck.
Fuck you. You know what? We're gonna fight. Let's go.
Come on.
I love how you.
Oh.
I love how you just kind of repeated that again.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give this about till 12:30, and if no one's coming in,
okay.
I mean, shit, I'm not gonna stand here all night if they're just gonna sit there and downvote and just kind of run away.
You've got 7 minutes to get in here, or we're shutting this son of a bitch down.
And I don't mean to sound rude or anything like that. Your attention was never the attention they really wanted. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I threw out this offer, they'd jump on it.
Oh yeah, I know. If you put up a live,
I would say so. Yeah.
someone said it. I can't remember her full Twitter name. She has Patrick Starfish with the mask over and like
the big booty butt, juicy
There you
booty.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big booty,
Booty meat.
meat,
Yes.
something or other.
Yeah.
said
I love
Big
that
bubble
account.
booty meat Jones or some
Yes,
shit.
yes.
I think that's
I
it.
love that account.
How do you
She-
make an ass so unattractive?
She made the point that it never was about the DMs. It was about how he couldn't get on the show to talk about Charlie.
Mhm.
Guaranteed, if Charlie did the same thing and the DMs got leaked, they would make videos after videos after videos about it. And I agree. I thought it was actually very well said.
Oh my God, I forgot to mention, actually, that's one of the reasons I jumped on. Do you remember the first person you booted off within 60 seconds, Alana?
Mhm.
She possesses the DMs that make him also look ridiculous. The DMs that you saw where he was, hey, can you use this tweet to further cancel her? Hey, can we try to prove she bought subs and views? That
Yeah,
was
I've
her
seen
you were just talking to.
I actually remember seeing those. Someone did I think it was
The Sims lady. That's who you were just talking to.
Yeah,
That's
no,
who-
I seen it. I can't remember if they sent it to me or if I saw it in a video, but it showed it to where like he was really pressed to find out if you bought subs.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro, I didn't buy subs. Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
I
But
don't know, man. I'd be more concerned about the guy who's got 3 times the subs we do and gets about the same view count. I'd be worried about maybe that person buying subs.
Most of
I
the
don't know.
time, lower.
no, these are the same people who say it's not about numbers, but yet have gone on for weeks like, oh, look how many subs I took from her. I want you to know when I lost all those subs, they definitely didn't go to you. That's why your subs are hidden. That's what this was all about. A lot of people thought, like those creators thought, okay, if we can do this damage, they'll come over to us. It's always been about the attention, the growth, the views, the money. That's why I say it's not about really what I was saying. It's about the fact that I was one of the creators that got, a decent amount of views. And that's what it comes down to. And that's why I won't give them the attention, because even though you're not in this world, something that Foodie Beauty Chantel does, she gets triggered by everyone. And then she takes it to her audience, and that funnels thousands of views to these small channels. Chantel not gave because they deserve it, but Chantel funneled thousands of views to this one creator just because she raged on them.
Miss Glory?
Yes. You remember Miss Gloria?
Yeah.
She's Miss Hussey now.
Miss Hussey now, yeah.
Essentially, overnight, got Miss Gloria so many subs because she was raging so much. That's part of it, too. Like, if you don't want these people to have an audience, especially as ignorant as they are, and I'm referring to, Peanut and Co., why am I going to give you the attention? Why am I going to funnel all these eyes on you? I'm going to keep ignoring you because you're not worth it. Next, you're not worth it. I just enjoy seeing you get dragged because you really thought you were going after a smaller channel and responding to a smaller channel while trying to get my attention. And they've been on your ass. And I've been enjoying it. I literally sometimes sit back and I'm in disbelief of how much you guys are dragging him. And this is the thing I need to point out too. They like to say, oh, Charlie sent the geek room. Charlie said irate. First of all, you can't control irate Alex. I don't know who you think I am.
That one.
Alex does what Alex do.
Alex literally does what Alex wants to do. Like the people that they throw out there, like, oh, you think I can control it? If I can control anyone, like the last thing I'm doing is playing around with this. If I really had that type of power, this is what you think I'm doing? If I have that type of influence, this is what you think I'd be doing? You are out of your mind. And also, I'm going to bring up, I have no control over you guys. I don't know, as you can see, I'm still calling you guys the Geek Room because I don't know your names. Like, I literally know that you guys are the Geek Room. That's it. And if I'm keeping it funky, I don't want smoke with you guys either after I just saw you guys drag Negs and all of them. So even if for some reason, we had a falling out, I can promise everyone here, I'm not responding because I see how you guys drag Chantel. I see how you guys drag them effortlessly. I don't want no smoke. And that's the truth.
Hi, my name is Frank, by the way.
No, it's not.
She knows that.
David, real quick, David Jacqueline, I do see you in the chat. I just don't know who you are. Are you not yes or no if you're with the Negative Nation? Okay, so no offense. I'm going to boot you because we are just holding it just for the Negative Nations. I did find your little whatever you were doing was really funny. That's why I was staring and laughing at because you kept going back and forth. So, but yeah, no offense. So,
yeah, I mean we're about to shut it down soon anyway. If none of those guys show up,
I mean, it's not a big surprise. So I've been fuckers for years. That's all I would do in the field when I was in the Army. Did I mention I was a combat medic in the Army? 50 people mentioned that at any given time. But we just used to shit on each other for like about 10 hours on a good day. So that I for some reason, people find it hilarious when I do it here. And so that's now what I'm doing. Rather than having philosophical conversations and talking about, intrauterine devices and biochemistry, all this stupid shit that I could be talking about. But, there's that.
I mean, we all could say that about every single creator that follows different things. Like, I focus on 2 train wrecks. Could I do more with my platform? Yeah, but I don't care to. I enjoy watching train wrecks. I watch train wrecks before my platform. I'll continue watching train wrecks after that. Like, a lot of people don't get, like, why do you keep talking about them? Because I still have stuff to say, and there's still a market for it.
Yeah.
So what? Oh, why do you do this?
Yeah, I figure, Charlie, I figure it's like this with like you and them. It's like Home Depot and Lowe's. It's competition that actually brings competition to each other. You know, like in a good way. It's like you talk about them, more people go to them. They talk about you, more people go to you. You know, it's like you both have a sale going on. You know, and it's like I got something to talk about, and they got something to talk about. So it's actually, without each other, you guys wouldn't have much to talk about. You know, like they need you to like have some relevancy. They need people to talk about them. Otherwise, nobody's going to give a shit. You know,
it's a symbiotic relationship, and it's not that I love that. Oh, you know, horrible people get attention because I talk about them. Like, it is what it is. I have to, you know, I can't control that. But the simple fact is, when it's creators saying, "Oh, why do you do this or why do you do that?" Like, we both benefit, and also, and I don't. This is gonna come off probably really horrible, but I mean what I say, so I say it. When a creator who's never hit the algorithm before, never really gets certain views, the last person I'm going to listen to is you, especially if you lost your channel. So when people are like, you know, my biggest critics are like, this is what she should do. Get views before you give me advice. You sound dumb. At least the algorithm recognizes me before, you know, like you've never gotten views. So why would I listen to you? Oh, you're so boring. Well, my boring content gets views. That's your opinion. But being that you're so great and you're so entertaining, what's the issue? It sounds like you don't have the audience. You're not keeping the audience. You're not growing your platform. So why am I taking advice from you? Like, at some point, we have to have a logical conversation here. A failed YouTuber, many failed YouTubers are very upset at the bigger creators and feel like this is what they should be doing. But the truth is, you can't give me advice for something you've never even accomplished yourself. And it's that simple. Like, they're like, oh, but you're talking about I literally tell them all the time, get help. And I get help. It's that simple. Get help. When it comes to the health, get help. When it comes to the health, don't eat this much on camera. Don't binge on camera. It's simple. And then when it comes to train wreck stuff, I just talk about how they're shitty people. And guess what? I don't do the shitty things that they do.
Chantel is a shitty person. I can attest to that because I've heard all the things she said, and I'm like, you are just a horrible person. Just not a good. She's not a good person. She has no moral compass, and she seems like that bully in high school that was like the chunky, heavier girl who would like stab you with a pencil or put gum in your hair. Like, that's what she reminds me of.
And then try to consume you. Yeah.
Write your name on the fucking stall wall. You know, like that's who Chantel reminds me of. That's who Shanny reminds me of too. Just like that bully, you know?
Like, they keep, like, that's one of the next things he keeps harping on is like, hey, go talk about Shanny saying the N-word like 1,000 more times. I was like, well, here's the thing. She constantly does it.
Yeah, she didn't keep doing it. We wouldn't keep bringing it up.
Literally.
Yeah. She did it yesterday.
Yeah, what was it?
That
Drag
the guy
yesterday? She sent him that?
Oh, wait. Or you mean the
where she
thing
saw
or something else? I lose
the message to Rev when she used that word towards you.
Oh, that was actually technically early this morning. It was like
there you go.
So it's today.
She did it fucking today.
Yeah, so it's still
giving you content.
Yesterday for us. So.
And she can't use the excuse, oh, it's old, it's from whatever, or oh, it's towards white people. It's towards a totally different person who's black this time. So, like, come on, really, Shanny? Like, your excuses are gone. They're gone. You don't have any.
Yeah.
And if they talk about people over and over and do live streams over and over for hours at a time, it's fine. But if you guys do it, if I do, well, obviously, there's no issue with me. Wrong. If I do, it's an issue.
Yeah, it's do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, I get that a lot from folks. It's like, oh, you're always talking about G-Man. It's okay, watch this. Let me not talk about him for
Jamie's coloring, you're right.
Focus on someone. I'll focus on D-Roy or Shanny. Why are you talking about Shanny so much? I'm leaving G-Man alone. I'm taking the advice. And watch. The second I stop talking about them, they start talking about me.
Where's G-Man?
He missed the attention. G-Man's doing it now. I've not actually made a video about him in quite some time. And if I leave Rev alone long enough, or Shani alone long enough, they'll start. Like Shani was doing it a few months ago, where she would be putting my name in the titles of her videos. You know, playing this because drag steals my content, all that stupid shit. And it's like, okay, well, when I leave them alone, they still do tard shit. So what was actually accomplished there? And the cycle.
Besides a lot of good missed content you could have been using.
See, that's what me and Rumor Research did. We made our own content using Shani's, like, you know, stick. I'm like, okay, so I'll be like Shani and I will do what she does, and I'm just using my own. And then I don't know if you guys saw Rumor's thing where she was coloring with the shovel.
I'd say this much, Renee. You should have gotten a fat suit. It would have been much more believable.
Yeah, it was funny though, because I'm like, you know what? See, like, we are creating our own content. We're just using what you do to show you how ridiculous it is, you know?
I'm telling you, the moment Shani goes on my 600-pound live drag, you better be at that fucking hospital.
45 minutes.
Go see Dr. No.
Live.
Yeah, I'm actually.
He's gonna be live streaming.
Gotta stop eating.
He's still in the garden.
Yeah, I'm just imagining drag like live streaming, talking to Dr. Now. Listen, I've known about this bitch
If
for
you
10 years.
stop eating, you'll be okay, but you keep lying to me about the food you're eating. I know you ate 6 sticks of butter.
I actually really like the show. I've been binge watching them for a while.
I just realized
They put a new season out on Hulu. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm actually 38 minutes away from Dr. Now's office.
I just realized something. You guys are gonna think I'm fucking stupid. I just realized today is Saturday and I don't have to work tomorrow.
Damn. So I am going to shut this down.
Yeah.
Looks like nobody's going to be coming
Thanks,
in.
Negative Nation, for coming and sticking up for your audience and yourself.
You fucking pussies.
Imagine that. That's crazy. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I'm totally open to having this same scenario again in the future. Because this was a pop-up show. Anybody want to, drop by in the future when we're having a panel type show? We'll drop you the link.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll even, if we're doing a Let's Rip, I'll even drop you a link there too. So
fuck it, Jay.
Whenever you want. So.
There you go.
Well, I personally enjoy your shows, honestly. You guys are hilarious. I will continue to watch. I don't care who thinks I'm promoting whatever. My channel was promoted by bigger creators. I never knew, like, giving credit to someone was a sin around here, but I don't really care. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to promote who I want. I'm going to shout out who I want because guess what? It's my platform and I do what the fuck I want. If you don't like it, talk in your echo chamber. Get those views. Do whatever you have to do. But at the end of the day, the amount of time, we all have 24 hours in a day. If you keep talking about me and nothing's coming from it, that means you're just wasting your time trying to figure out how to get to what it is that you want. Because at the end of the day, Negs and all of them, they just want YouTube money, YouTube fame, and YouTube attention. So while I continue doing what I'm doing and getting back on track with my channel, you're going to just keep chasing your tail. So it is what it is. I really don't care. I felt bad because you guys got kind of brought into something that obviously you knew nothing about. But I'm enjoying watching the show, and honestly, if anything, you guys do what you want, but I just choose to ignore them because it's funny to see them be so triggered about me not giving them attention, and I enjoy that. I truly do.
I'll just say this: I hope you don't get too attached to Billy because whenever Suplex City beats him, it's over.
I respect that opinion. I wholeheartedly do. I have to retort with, my enjoyment comes from mocking them relentlessly.
No, I actually do want to unironically speak to Nick so I can roast the dog shit out of him.
Funny thing is, it started off like I think we were going back and forth on Twitter, and he says something to BurntToast, and I think that's what set Drag off. Drag's like, all right, get this guy on right now. I want to talk to him. I was like, dude, if you want to, we can do that, or if you want to go at him, you can have at him. He was like, I'll wait. Now it's just progressed. Like, yeah, no, I want to.
Yeah, I will hold off I was gonna let y'all fucking.
Drag doesn't give smoke.
Yeah.
Drag gives fucking fires. All right.
I don't often get to talk to Tars. They usually back down. Like I was surprised Raw even came in, but I guess he realized that he spoke to me years ago, and that I am not that same person. And so it was an amicable conversation. I enjoyed it, but much like the conversation with fucking pathetic, tragic. There we go.
God.
I was talking to an idiot.
Aptly
Right,
named.
it's real easy to talk circles around an idiot.
Oh,
He
by the
had a
way,
live
Frank,
stream.
What'd you think
Did
of that?
anybody see that?
Website I
Sorry.
sent you. That website I sent you about.
Oh
Tragic.
yeah. No, I changed. I showed it out. I actually tweeted
Tragic
it. and put
had
it
a
out.
live stream. He tried to have a live stream. There was like
I'm-
2 people in it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say this since I know Tragic can't stop me. I know that your website comes up in March. I'm gonna buy the fucking rights and then try to
Oh my
trademark
God.
the Bodega Boys. And then every time you do this shit, anytime anybody goes on your website, it's going to be redirected right back to Shabisky's channel.
Ah,
I was going to.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I know what day it's up on. It's on March 9th, I believe.
All right.
That's
All right, we're going to show our channel. Nightmare, show out your channel.
Yeah. So of course I have the Your Internet Friends podcast where I don't even know what the fuck we do. We're just stupid on it.
Wait, did you email me?
I did, and we'll talk about that later.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
So
what the fuck was
There may
that?
be a dick pic in that email. Be careful.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Charlie, show out your channel.
Oh, my name is Charlie. Well, my channel name is Charlie Gold. I just, criticize different train wrecks. I'm a big bitch, but I say what I mean, and that's about it. But subscribe to these guys. I like them more.
Crazy Renee.
I'm the Crazy Renee channel. I just make videos about whatever, usually lolscals and horror. Weird mix, but it is what it is.
I find myself enjoying that same mixture.
I know me and Bran have a lot in common in that.
Yeah. Drag.
Oh, you probably won't like my channel because evidently I'm told that I psychoanalyze people. I'm just pointing out very obvious character flaws that they clearly show everyone on the internet. So if you don't like a shirtless black guy psychoanalyzing people and just generally lambasting them, then I guess you can subscribe and everything and whatnot and
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely sub to Drag, because Drag, I really appreciate everything you've done lately, Drag, for me, for like putting out my videos and stuff. That actually helped me a lot.
Yeah, no, it's not a problem. I like supporting other creators, man. It's I like to laugh too.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Creators is a good thing. Oh my god!
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, Brandon, you gotta do it one more time. As I actually,
Shit, yeah, I do. I'll abridged. Like it, sub if you haven't already. I mean, you guys know if you enjoy it, you'll do that. Thumbs down if you came in here to just do that and not come on the show because you're not a big boy or a big girl. That's cool. We understand. Offer still stands going forward. Everything's down below from social media to different ways to support. Private shows on the 27th. If you want to get on that, it's $5 or above on Patreon or channel membership. So, yeah, I guess that's about all I have. Thank you to the panel for joining us in mocking the shit
Thank
out
you
of.
for having me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's too fun. Thank you, guys.
You know, spread those rumors about me and Charlie go having sex.
Can you wait until like after Christmas or something?
My question to Drag is, what rumors?
He still has to make it up.
Apparently, he gave you a mushroom stamp from what I've heard.
was that?
That's
Oh, yeah.
sexual foreplay.
all right, I'm in this shit before you go. See you, brother. See you guys later.